My name is Laura, and I kicked breast cancer's butt. And I'm almost 10 years cancer-free. I'm from Northern California. It was a great place to grow up. Lots of fun, lots of friends, tons of awesome family memories. I met my husband, Mike, at the gym. I actually picked up on him. He was just a nice, normal guy, which I hadn't dated somebody that was nice and normal. After we were married, we wanted children. And after 5 years of infertility, I went through in vitro with my first child. I had my son Trenton and my son Carson, and I was happy, but then I found a lump on my left breast. My husband and I were just sitting on the couch. I just felt it, and immediately the next day called my primary care physician. He set up the surgery to have the lump removed. When I woke up, my husband was in the room, not the doctor, and that's when he broke the news that it was cancer. Waking up and hearing this and having to hear it from my husband was a shocker, and that's the only time I saw him break down. We were told to do a double mastectomy. You won't have to have radiation. You will never for the rest of your life have to have a mammogram. Having a 1 and 2 year old, why leave any tissue there that could possibly get cancer in again? Why not just take it out? And so I decided to have a double mastectomy. At the time, more than me focusing on my scars, it was more about these 2 little boys need me here and my husband needs me here. It was all about survival.
Get it, Carson, hurry. Hurry, right here. Relay.
Going through the process of a mastectomy, there's 2 surgeons you need to see. One is the surgeon that specializes in cancer, and a separate surgeon to do the reconstruction. The doctor put silicone implants under my muscle, but now my body has formed so much scar tissue around them, they don't look like breasts.
Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm hurting.
You're hurting? All right, you guys finish playing. Mom's not feeling good right now.
When I look at myself in the mirror, I see mounds that have been distorted by breast cancer surgeries that have gone wrong, and I'm constantly reminded of the pain that Mike and I and the boys went through. I went to see Dr. Dubrow and Dr. Nassif because I'm hoping that they can make my breast shape more normal and possibly do something with areolas so I'll look as normal as possible and be done with that chapter of my life and just close the door.
We'll be at dinner sometimes. I walk in and make chicken noises. That's all I do.
I know, and I've already heard that noise and I hate it.
You hate that noise?
Yeah, that's stupid. It's like ridiculous.
What's wrong with that noise?
Oh my God!
Right?
You really are weird.
Dr. Nassif, Dr. Dubrow, we have Laura and Mike.
Nice to meet you. How are
Nice
you,
to
Dr.
meet you.
Nassif?
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Terry
Nice to
Dubrow.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure. Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. Have a seat,
Right
please.
here.
So we have a little bit of your history, but of course we need much more information. So why don't you start by telling us the journey that you've been through?
We had been married 5 years and had gone through a lot already with infertility, to have children, and finally, our kids were 1 and 2.
1.5 and 2.5, yeah.
And I found a lump.
It was in the left breast, right?
It was in the left breast because I found it myself.
So you found it yourself, which means it wasn't that small.
They said it was like the size of like a pea.
The size of a pea.
Yeah.
Fantastic that you found it so early.
And then chose to do a mastectomy.
Right.
First of all, I was stage 1. However, we just chose to do that. But we didn't even think about the plastic surgery part of it. We just wanted to get the cancer out.
So you had a double mastectomy.
Yes.
There are many reasons to consider taking the other breast when you've had a breast cancer. If you have a breast cancer develop at a very early age, that means you're predisposed to breast cancer formation. And rather than risk developing one on the other side, it's not unreasonable to take both breasts off to minimize your risk of future occurrence of breast cancer. You obviously underwent reconstruction.
Yes, and this was another hard part, dealing with insurance. You choose your doctor that's going to do the mastectomy, but then your insurance gives you your plastic surgeon. That was a nightmare because he's actually a hand specialist. And the initial incision site is really tucked in and done weird things to me where I'm deformed. I have rib pain now. I don't know if that's from that or not.
Could be.
And obviously, at that time, I had to have the areolas taken off and removed. And
you don't have nipples. Is that one of your goals?
I don't want to have them rebuilt, but I want to be able to feel that if I was somewhere in a public place, at a spa with my girlfriends or at the gym, I could change from a distance. I'd look like normal. To not see my areolas for the first time, you don't feel sexy, you don't feel like a woman, you just feel like a Frankenstein.
That's the reason why I'm supporting it. I mean, she's beautiful to me, and I don't want her to shy away from me and cover up for me. I mean, I'm her husband, she shouldn't have to do that.
So you're not necessarily interested in having nipples made, but you wouldn't mind the appearance that there's an areola there, there's a nipple there.
Yes.
So we'll have a look and figure out what we can do, okay?
Great.
Okay.
All right.
Come on up.
There's many ways to reconstruct the nipple and the areola. It used to be we used to do complicated local flaps and skin grafts, but because medical tattooing has gotten so good, they do a 3D tattoo that looks better than any surgical procedure we do. So that's what we would do for Laura. You must be having pain out here, is that right?
Yeah, big time.
Do you have some out here too? Or is it mainly on this side?
Mainly on this side.
Both sides are very scarred in and pulled in. See this? There's no mound out here.
So why is that? Is there nerves in that area then? Or
I'm sure you're having what's called capsular contracture, where the capsule, the scar tissue, is contracting and pulling in the nearby sensory nerves. That can be very painful. The scar tissue has grown in to your remaining breast skin and subcutaneous tissue and is causing these dents. It's kind of causing this wrinkling phenomenon. That's the most difficult thing to improve because you can't just cut it out, because we cut it out, you'll have
Goes back
nothing.
more.
And not only that, you have nothing covering your implant.
No.
You're okay with fat transfer into these areas that are dented?
As long as you're taking it all.
Okay, you're really okay with fat transfer. What % improvement, knowing that 100% is not possible, do you think would be acceptable for you?
You know what, I am not expecting miracles. I'm not. So if it was, well, I would love at least 50%.
50%? I want to do the surgery, and I think you're a good candidate for it.
Great.
You know,
Great.
I do. And I obviously, the miracles I've done haven't turned him into Brad Pitt, but hopefully, because I've tried, but I think it's just too far gone. But you're not.
Dr. Dubrow saying that he's going to do this is like a gift, a huge gift from God to me.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Pleasure.
You guys are
See you
awesome.
soon.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I'm
How
here
are you,
for
Laura?
surgery with Dr. Dubrow.
Okay, go ahead and sign in and we'll get you taken right back.
Okay, thank you. Pretty much every time I look at my breast, I'm reminded of the breast cancer and after surgery. I'm hoping just to be able to look in the mirror and look like a normal woman again.
It's funny, this is, one of those cases where I have a great plan, I understand the anatomy, but I just don't know till I get in there how the tissue is going to respond to what I do.
Okay.
So this
Well,
is,
I'm excited. You are a gift for me and my husband. We're blessed, so thank you. I truly feel like it's a gift from God. I've survived cancer, and now this could be it. This could be the end of it.
Thank you. I love you. Good luck.
I'll never have to think there could be another surgery in store to try to fix this. I mean, what a way to celebrate 10 years of being cancer-free.
For Laura's surgery today, I'll make incisions through the middle of her breast and release the scar tissue that's restricting her implant pockets and causing her pain. I'll then put in a new pair of implants and remove the loose skin from the lower portion of her breast, giving her a normal contour. Finally, I'll liposuction fat from her abdomen and transfer it into her breast to smooth out any tissue irregularities. How are you? Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hi.
How are you?
Surprisingly, I feel great.
Let me take a look
Okay.
to make sure everything's okay. All right, so let's just lower this a little. Laura's been suffering with these cosmetic disfigurements for 10 years. And let's face it, overnight, I'm able to show her a complete improvement and difference. I'm honored and grateful to go through this journey with her. Okay, everything looks great. Laura's in a great spot this postoperative day number 1. Her breast mounds are symmetrical. There's no untoward bruising or bleeding. I anticipate a good recovery. However, this isn't the end of the journey. I still have something really important to do for Laura and her breasts that will get her to the final stages of where she needs to be. One of the key things for you is to get you a good areola and a good nipple. I have been in contact with people who are very proficient in what's called 3D nipple areola creation in a one-stage, relatively short procedure. And when they do it well, it's better than I can make surgically.
Okay, now I'm gonna cry. Just for Dr. Dubrow to go to that length, to not only do my surgery so my implants look real, but now to go that extra mile and have that person do that, it just makes me so happy.
All right, great. I will see you soon.
Yes, thank you
text
very
me, anything changes, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, doctor.
Great day. What a blessing.
Gosh, a huge
Nothing but
blessing.
good.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You nervous?
I'm super nervous. Are you nervous?
A little bit. This is different.
I know. I'm
All
ready.
right, here we go.
I'm ready though. So today I'm gonna get my areolas tattooed. It's been 10 years looking at myself without them. I'm so excited and super nervous because I don't know what to expect.
Throw a little huggy for here we are.
Because I'm just like,
We've been through a lot, right? This is the first time I've ever gone with a patient to have her nipples and areolas tattooed in place, but Laura is so important to me. I want to make sure it's done with all the advantages possible and that he does it in the right spot. This is your thing, but I will tell you, in general, as you probably know, 38 millimeters is traditionally the idealized size of a diameter of an areola. But forget measurements. Let's do it by aesthetics. Let's do it by what looks best, okay?
I agree.
Jason is an extremely well-regarded medical tattoo artist that I've used many times in the past. He's one of the best in the country. So that is right.
Right about there.
Right about there. Yeah, that's the right size.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Any sensation there?
And I can feel it, but
Can you etch abs onto a stomach?
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe I'll bring my
That's
partner, Dr.
awesome.
Nassif, down and you can etch some abs on it. It's the only way he's gonna get abs.
And what I'm gonna do now is go back in with a little bit of a darker color, just to give it somewhat of an undershadow, or the illusion of the undershadow.
Jason has done a really good job of beginning the tattoo process. He's got the areolar shape and size down appropriately, and the nipples just starting to take shape.
Is there anything you see that...
Wow, that is really outstanding. So let's show you what it looks like, huh?
I'm afraid that Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Isn't the 3D component great?
How real that looks. Going into the surgery, I thought if he can just make me 50% better, awesome. I'd be out of pain, I'd look halfway normal, but Dr. Dubrow made me almost completely 100%. My breasts before surgery weren't breasts. They were just mounds and no nipples. Now, they're breasts. I can still see my scars from where having, cancer and things like that, but no, now they look like breasts. Now I have to cover up.
Now cover up. Cover up, give me a hug. Cover, give me a hug.
I felt like they were just mounds before and I didn't care.
Yeah.
This has affected my relationship with my children because now mom's gonna be up and be able to have some fun, and having areolas back on my chest, it completes me and I feel whole. Maybe I'll put it out tonight.
Oh, yeah, baby. There you go.
You guys all heard that.